broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
There we go. Let's unmute the mic. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. So it is Friday, the 26th of July, and we are coming to the end of another week, right? And like I said, it's Friday, so the expectation is coming into this evening, right, is that volatility does drop off. At this moment in time, we haven't seen that happen yet, but over the past few weekends, we have seen volatility initially drop off. So that's just something to be a little bit aware of. But today, of course, we are going to take a look at what is going on within Bitcoin, the next kind of trades that I'm looking for, the trades that I'm in as well. And just anything, of course, that you guys want to talk about, anything that you want to look at as well. So please put anything that you want to talk about or take a look at into the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or take a look at anything you want to take a look at. But other than that, please make sure that you do smash that thumbs up button, of course. Subscribe as well if you haven't already, and turn that bell notification on so that you never miss another live stream. And we will jump straight on into the analysis. So at this moment in time, I am currently long on Bitcoin, right? I'm long on Bitcoin, and I have been long on Bitcoin for quite some time now. Originally we did enter into the long trade, right, all the way back down here at range low. So this was when I was telling the team I've entered into the long. I first entered into it on the live stream, in the daily market update, I believe, or the week something, whatever week it was, week 29 preparation or week 28 preparation, whatever it was. But we entered into that live. Of course, let the team know on the Discord as well that I was entering into that long trade. Ever since we've entered into that long, of course, we've had, a really, really nice rise towards the upside. So, I've been taking advantage of this rise because, of course, I have been long and strong. But then we also actually entered into another long trade, right? And that long trade was entered into yesterday, right? So, let's briefly have a look at this long trade. This is the most recent trade that I've entered into. I say I entered into the trade, right? I literally just added to the long trade that I currently have. Open. So I didn't enter into a new trade, just literally added to the trade. So previously, if we take a look, right? I don't think I cut it out in the screenshot, right? But previously there was only $800 left of margin in the trade, right? There was only $800 left of margin in the trade. I then upped it, to $3,800 when I added to the trade, right? So previously the trade was $5,500 in a profit, unrealized P&L, $2,300. Okay, we then started to see the pullback. Of course, I was telling the team here that I was looking for a long trade here, but I want to see a reclaim of value area low. Okay. And that's what we saw, right? I said here, just compounded the long trade, added to the long, because what we were doing at that moment in time is we were, reclaiming that value area low, which I told the team I was looking for. Okay, I was looking for today, yesterday. And of course, added into the trade. So the margin was then $3,800, whereas before it was just $800. So I added $3,000 into that trade. As you can see here, very early this morning, I did actually take some profits. I was up early this morning, so I did actually manage to see this rise happen. Okay, in the time, we have pretty much stayed up here, and we've come a little bit higher as well. This morning I did actually take a TP1 on that at the POC, right? So I said taking some profits off of the table at the POC. As you can see, that was the realized profit that I already had in the trade, and then here was the unrealized profit. So I just took 50% off of that TP taken. There you go. So now the trade is, as you can see, we've got $8,200 realized profit, and then just about $3,000 in unrealized profit as of now, which of course, I'm going to leave that in there just to see if we can get another move towards the upside, because, to be honest with you, I am still quite bullish on Bitcoin at this moment in time. Looking at the like medium term time frame aspect of it, of course, if we zoom out to like the 12-hour, this is where I think, okay, we are still bearish, but initially this rise has been really, really good, right? We've been talking about this quite a lot, especially this week anyway, where the previous long trade from here, okay, yes, even though it was a lower high, right, and then we did see a pullback and we actually took that low out, right, the rise was good, right? The rise was bullish. It was really nice bullish market structure. It's the same thing right now. Okay, it's the same thing. We had of course this bearish market structure, okay, that we've actually now flipped into, of course, bullish market structure. This is very, very bullish, and we can actually expect another higher high on Bitcoin above, right? What are we looking at here? Above about $68,500, let's call it. Okay, so we can look for another move above that, right, to continue this bullish market structure, right? But then we have to zoom out. We have to think about the context, right, that we're in right now on the broader aspect. Okay, and the context is still bearish, right? So yes, where we're looking here, right, we're very bullish. We're looking for another higher high, right? But in this aspect, okay, the more important aspect, the larger aspect of it, okay, the broader time frame, okay, we are bearish, right? So we are actually looking for another lower high for then price to come form another lower low. Now, does it mean that's going to happen? No, of course not, right? We can continue higher in this bullish market structure. We can come up and break $72,000, where for me that will initially invalidate that bearish structure, and I would be looking for all-time high there. Okay, that's where I would be looking for all-time high. Again, right, doesn't mean we're going to go to all-time high if we do break the bearish market structure. No, of course not. Okay, we could front run it, right? We've done that quite a few times. We could front run it. We could get a short setup up here, okay, and then we could see a pullback from here. Maybe not, okay, as as bearish as we would initially be looking for, right? Because we've broken the bearish market structure. Maybe we just get a pullback for maybe we don't even come back this far, right? Maybe we see a pullback just for like another higher low, for then a continuation higher, right? That's kind of what we could be looking for. So of course, just preparing myself for all scenarios in time. Right, I am focusing on looking for a short trade. I'm long, I'm strong, I'm looking for higher prices. Okay, but if I do start to see some weakness at the range high, I'm going to close some more of this trade, and I'm actually going to be looking for a possible short trade, right? So, of course, this is kind of what I'm focusing on at this moment in time. I'm focusing on this 12-hour chart. Okay, this is where the big swing trades have happened for me, and this has just been an amazing range to trade. Okay, so I'm focusing on this, but in the meantime, right, what we can be doing is we can be zooming in and looking at some lower time frame analysis to help us, okay, determine where this possible pullback could be. And at this moment in time, we're looking at this range. Okay, we've got this fixed range here as well that we've been trading, and I've been saying to the team, right, on the Visionary Discord and in the daily market updates, that yes, if we're going to come up to range high, right, this is where I'm actually looking for a short trade, right? We could do it today. Okay, that's a possibility. But yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see. We could do it today. We are getting a little bit of a rejection here off the value area high, but yeah, it could happen today. It could happen over the course of the weekend, right? But if we do see price fail auction this, swing failure pattern this, and then I see, like a nice bearish reaction, right, where possibly, okay, we come over to the order flow and we see lots of new long trades coming in, right? We've already seen quite a few, 17 million new long trades coming in at this high right here. A lot of those are underwater at this moment in time. So yeah, if we start to see price breaking above, lots of new long trades coming in, however, price fails to continue to push higher, and we start to actually pull back from a swing failure pattern or a failed auction, right? This is where I'll be looking for a short trade to take that down to range low. Okay, that's where I'll be looking. Initially, this is what I was looking at this morning with the team, right? This is literally what I drew out for the team, and we also do have the naked point of controls up there as well, which is going to be some strong resistance. So I like this. I like the confluence here. So if we're going to swing failure pattern, failed auction this, right, I'm looking for a nice short trade. Now, of course, I'd be looking for this as like an intraday short trade, right? I would be looking at it as an intraday short trade, but it could turn into a much, much bigger swing trade, right? And why do I think that? Well, because if we zoom out, right, what have we done the past two, on the past two lower highs, right? We've done what I'm kind of looking for here, where we form a high, okay, which is considered a poor high. We come and take out that high, taking out the liquidity, and then we get the bigger pullback there, right? For then price to come and form another lower low, right? So this is kind of what I'm looking for. Why? Right? Because we've done it twice before. Okay, we've done it right here where we form kind of like a bit of a poor high up here. Price pulls back, comes back up, takes the high out, and then we get the move down to form the lower low. All right, we did it here as well. We form a bit of a poor high. It wasn't at this high here. It wasn't all that poor. I don't consider it as because we actually did take it out. But initially, right, it's not the best high, right? It's an okay high. It's not the best high, right? And what did we see? Okay, we saw price pull back, came back, took it out, okay, and then we got that pullback. Okay, so this is kind of what I would be looking for a possible short trade here, even though I'm looking at it as a possible like intraday trade where we come and take it out, right? We see the pullback back down to range low, right? Of course, I'll be taking profits on the way down, but okay, I would be looking at this as, okay, right, I'm going to leave a little bit left in the trade if we do come down to range low, because I understand there's a high chance, right, that we could come down and form another lower low, because what has price been doing? Okay, it's been forming lower highs and lower lows consistently, right? So this is kind of what we're expecting for price to continue, right? We're looking at price to continue this bearish market structure. Okay, so this is kind of what I would be looking for. Now, initially we may not see this, right? We may not see this. We may see a nice clean break of this, and this is, of course, why I've still got a little bit left in this trade, right? I've still got some, margin left in the trade. Okay, almost $2,000 left in that trade. Almost $3,000 in a profit. Okay, right now. So, we could come up, right? We could see lots of longs coming in, and we could just see price continue higher, right? That's initially very bullish, and we would be looking for. That's when we can bring up the fixed range of the entire 12-hour range here. Let's get rid of those for a second. Okay, we could be looking for value area high at $70,170. Okay, that's where we could be looking for if we can break above this range high here, okay, and come higher. That's where we're looking for next, where of course, there we will be looking for a possible short trade as well, okay, because we understand prices in the bearish market structure. If we're coming into resistance, right, we can look for a short trade. Of course, if we don't see the short trade, right, we look for higher prices, okay? But if there is a short trade set up there, right, we can take that and we can then look to, of course, take profits on the way down, right? PLC is good, a good take profit. Mid-range is a good take profit, right? But I would like to leave a bit left in the trade just in case we do come down and form another lower low, right? Because again, we're in the bearish market structure. We have to remain aware of that, okay? And we have to be prepared for it, right? We have to be prepared for a possible another move below, okay, this previous low here, which of course was the end of wave 5, right? And then, okay, let's get rid of this for a second and let's pull up the Elliott wave, because of course, right, we had the bearish Elliott wave, right? That was completed, right? We then entered into the long trade down here, and that was off of the anticipation that we were going to get a ABC correction. Of course, that's not why we entered into the trade. We entered into the trade off of a failed auction, right, of the range low. Okay, but the anticipation is that we form an ABC correction, right? That could possibly be what we're doing here, right, where we've seen the move up. This could have been the end of the B wave, right, and price could be now coming up to form the C wave, right. And we may, right. Elliott wave's a little bit hard to judge, okay, but we could, right, literally just take out the A wave and then get a bigger pullback. Ideally, I would like to see it be a little bit more, a little bit more free, a little bit more, maybe a bit of a bigger pullback, for then a bigger move up. Initially, that's what I prefer to see. But okay, it's a little bit, it's a little bit hard to judge sometimes, and sometimes it can literally just be right. Price takes out a high, just literally by a few dollars, okay, and then from there we see the correction, right? So that could literally be the ABC correction, not something that, we would like to see it move a little bit higher, because of course I'm only in a long trade at this moment in time. I'm not in a short trade, right? So of course I want to be able to take advantage of this long trade, meaning that I would like to see price go higher, okay? But of course, like I say quite a lot, we can't tell the markets what to do. We can't rely on the markets to adapt to us. We have to adapt to what the markets are doing. So if we do start to see the bearish signs, okay, up here at range high, right? If we start to see the local range high, sorry, okay, that is of course where I will be looking for, okay, another TP and then a short trade, right? Initially I'll be looking for a short trade, something like this, right? That's kind of what I will be viewing, okay, if we are to come into that level and we do start to see some bearish signs, right? I'll take more profit off of the long, okay? Really happy with how this long has gone, okay? And I mean, if we come up a little bit higher, almost could end up in if I fully close the trade right now, it'll be in over $10,000 in a profit, which for myself, I consider a really, really good trade. I don't get trades like that a lot, okay? So I consider that a really good trade from myself, okay? It's been a really nice swing trade. Of course, I've compounded it as well, right? I've added to the trade, okay? And that's really, really helped as well. But, okay, I need to understand when price is looking like it is going to reverse. So if we do start to see price looking bearish at this range high, right, of course, that's when I'm going to take some profits and then position myself in such a way where I can continue to profit off of how price is moving by looking for that pullback, right? By looking for that pullback and shorting that possible pullback as well. So for me right now, I feel like I've positioned myself in a really good way in this market. Okay, positioned myself in a really profitable way, and of course, I literally gave all of the setups to the team right on the Discord, right? This was the long trade from yesterday, just telling them here that I compounded the long trade, added to the long trade, right? And then of course here was the the initial long trade setup that was given to the team. So of course, if you want access to this, it is of course the first link in the description, and if you want the free Discord, of course it's the second link in the description as well. But I mean, is there anything that you guys want to take a look at, or any questions that you may have? Of course, put them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer anything or take a look at anything. But what I think I forgot to mention as well about the long trade, right? We also had, maybe I mentioned it, I can't really remember. But yeah, we also had absorption, okay, at the GP 786, right? So that was another big part of why I entered. Well, that was a big part of why I entered into the trade. And then, of course, we then had the reclaim, which was like the confirmation, right? The reclaim of the value area low. which was like the entry trigger for me. So initially, right from the range, right, we've pulled a GP 786 from the range low to range high, right? We perfectly came down, tested the 786. Price got a really nice bullish reaction off of that, reclaimed the value area low. Okay, we also had absorption at this level here as well, where price, of course, is forming. Let's take a look at XO charts. Actually, let's take a look at it here. It's a little bit easier, right? Of course, we had absorption where price is forming this bullish structure of higher highs. And then, of course, the CVD is forming lower lows, right? So we know there is more aggressive shorts, okay, or more aggressive selling in the markets because remember, it could actually be longs covering as well, right? So more aggressive shorts and more aggressive sells into the market here than there was back here. However, price is remaining in this bullish structure. So for me, that was really really nice to see, and of course, that's why I compounded the long after we reclaimed that value area low. But yeah, initially, it's still looking good. I think it's still looking good for another rise up. We will have to see what happens, of course, at range high. Is it time to short or can we continue higher? But it's been really, really nice recently. Really, really nice. Price has been very one directional, i.e., just trending up. So it's been there's been less trades than I kind of usually like to take. I've taken how many trades? Three trades on this move up. Okay, all of them were actually successful trades as well. So we had, of course, the long trade from range low. Okay, on the failed auction. We then had the intraday short trade, which I believe was here. We had the intraday short trade, and then of course we've taken the long trade here as well. So we've had quite a few long trades. Sorry, quite a few. I say quite a few. Three trades on this move up. Yeah, this was the intraday short that we had. Yeah, that was a TP1, moved the stop loss to entry, and then that ended up getting stopped out at entry. So initially, still a profitable trade, right? Still made some nice profits on that. But yeah, it's been a bit quiet for trades, to be honest. To be honest with you, it's like what I was saying. I think it was yesterday that I was talking about it. Right? It's when price is one directional, when price is trending. There's only one trade that you should be in. Okay, and that is either the long from the low if we're moving up, or a short from the high, of course, if we're trending down. So when price is trending, it is a little bit harder to find those setups. When price is very constricted and we're consolidating, great, right? There's loads of trades to be had there, right? Because we're constricted. We can look for shorts at the high, okay, of these little ranges that we form. Longs at the low of the ranges, okay. But when we're in trending price action like we are now, I mean, we're trending, okay. We are trending, okay, but we're trending in a bigger consolidation range, right? But this is the 12-hour, right? So, we're not looking to be in and out of trades that quickly. It's more like we're looking for swing trades here. We're looking for some nice swing trades. And of course, when we shorted these highs up here, what happened? Well, price was just trending down here. Price was just trending down here. Okay, when we entered into the long trade here, price trended up. Here, price trended up, right? We didn't really get any periods of consolidation. We got a little bit on this move up. And I mean, I think on this move up, I think it was here possibly when we took like 4 trades. All four of those trades were literally within a really constricted range, and we literally just long the low, short the high, long the low, shorted the high. I believe it was 4 or 5 trades. I can't really remember, but yeah, this is what I like to say. You have to be able to adapt to what the markets are doing. When the markets are trending, I like to look for the big swing trades, okay? Or when I believe the markets are going to continue to trend or are going to trend, I like to be in those swing trades. When we're consolidating, I like to initially be looking for those day trades, right? But yeah, I mean, it's really, really good. It's nice to see the ES moving up as well. Hopefully, that can bring Bitcoin up a little bit higher. But yeah, I mean, it's been really, really nice trading this rise up, because we haven't really had to do much, right? We just sort of put the trade on and yeah, sit back and relax, right, and just watch price rise. Of course, if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up button. Does help me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And of course, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And of course, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat, or anything that you guys want to look at as well. I'll be more than happy to take a look at anything that you want to look at. But yeah, earlier today we did actually take out the value area high, and that's kind of where we're rejecting from right now. And I mean, we can actually update this now, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I already did that. Let's update it again. Let's just see where the updated levels are. Because it did change at one point, but okay, no, it's the same, right? Okay, because I remember the POC for the time being did move all the way down here, but yeah, okay, it's back up here now as we're starting to spend a bit more time up here. But yeah, I mean, I kind of would expect this range high to be taken out. I would kind of expect it, and again, that's what I'm looking for the short trade. I'm looking for the high to be taken out. So yeah, we'll see. We will see how this plays out. But yeah, I would initially like to see the high being taken. I do think, again, I still do think the high is going to be taken as well, because we're locally in this bullish market structure. We, off of the long that we took, right, we held the higher low. Okay, we held the higher low, so it's more probable than not that we do come up and we take the high. So yeah, I mean, it's just literally a matter of patience, right? We have to remain patient and wait for it. That's a huge part of trading, right? Patience. You have to wait patiently for a setup. Okay, you then have to wait patiently for the setup to to come into fruition, right? You need the trade entry again. Then you have to, of course, enter into the trade, and then you have to remain patient and wait for the trade to play out. Okay, and then you can take some profits. A lot of trading is just literally patience, but yeah, it's hard to stay patient. It is. I understand it. I've been through that stage, right, where I want profits now, but it's not the reality of it, right? You just need to be patient, and if you're doing things right, okay, you have your statistics built up, you back tested everything, and you know what you have is good, and what you have works, okay, then it's just patience. Once once you get a setup, execute it, remain patient again, wait for it to play out, okay. And of course, it's not going to play out every single time, right? But yeah, you can, of course, you can really take advantage of like a 50% winning strategy if you have good risk management, okay. Or right, if you have a strategy that is above like 60%, has a win rate of like above 60%, 70%, 80%, whatever it may be, okay. Of course, your risk management still has to be in check, but it doesn't have to be as religious, to say, than if you just have a strategy that is a 50-50 strategy, like where it wins 50% of the time, it loses 50% of the time. But anyway, even if you had like a 90% win rate, okay, your risk management has to be in check, right? That's a very, very important thing as well. Patience, risk management, having a solid strategy, emotions, keeping your emotions at bay. These are all very, very important things that you hear everybody say, and you hear it all. You hear it all over the place, right? But yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about it who don't really show any proof, right? I only really trust the people that are showing the proof. So yeah, of course, all the proof I put is here. It's like yeah, like I said a while back. This is literally my trading journal, right? I don't actually journal anymore because this is now my journal. And previously, before I opened this up to everybody, this Discord, I had another Discord previously, which was actually my journal. I'd literally, instead of, because I could never find like a good journal that was for free as well. I just don't feel like I should have to pay to journal, right? Didn't like doing it on a bit of paper. I'm not the best. I don't have the best handwriting. What I did is I literally split it all up. I literally just called it trades. Okay, I had BTC trades, and then I had Ethereum trades, and then any altcoins I would take. I'd literally just create a new channel, and I'd literally just put the trades in there. You could go a step further as well, which sometimes I wish I did, where you split it into like the different strategies. That's something that I wish I did. Say it's like a swing value pattern, right? You have a BTC trades SFP, okay, or a BTC trades failed auction, or a BTC trade GP786. Just as an example, right? I kind of when I did it, I kind of wish I split it up like that, because then it would make it a little bit easier to like group them together, because that's the issue with this. If you're just putting it like this, you can't group your trades together, that are similar trades. Okay, for me, no trader is ever the same, right? No trade is ever the same, really. Yes, they can be similar in some ways, right? But no trade is ever really the same. They're all very different. But yeah, journaling is another big thing as well. You hear a lot of people talking about journaling, but it is an important thing. It is an important thing. I myself, I don't do it like I used to do it anymore. I just don't feel the need to. When you're starting out, I do. Yeah, I truly believe in that, and I was so against it. I was one of those that was just like so against it at first. I was like, why do you need to do that? It doesn't matter. And once I started to do it, I was like, oh, okay, right, this is actually really nice to see, because I found it helped with my emotions, because I could go back, right? If I was in a trade, right, and it wasn't really going my way at first, I would go back, okay, and I'd look at just look at the previous trades, look at the statistics on it, and think, okay, right, I know that this over time is going to be profitable, right? If I take a loss here, okay, I know that the chances of the next one, being a winning trade are actually going to be much higher, okay, than the one that I've just taken now, right? Because I've just taken a loss. And I know the probabilities on that, so it is nice. But yeah, I'm quite good at remembering my trades. Again, I think it's a little bit easier because I don't take a crazy amount of trades. Again, I'm more of like a swing trader, and then sometimes like an intraday trader. I'm not taking loads and loads of trades, so I'm pretty good at remembering each trade that I enter into for a certain period, and then there's just too many. It's just trade overload, and of course I forget. But that's another big thing that I think is important. I do think is important, and again, I was against it at the start. It would be nice if we could get a move up here in this stream and maybe get a trade live. That would be nice. That's kind of what I'm waiting for here. But we're kind of just stalling here. And I mean, like, there's a possible short trade from where we are now. It's not something that I would take. I wouldn't take a short trade from here. It's not really how I like to trade. I'd rather see the high taken out. But yeah, it would be really nice if we could see the move up during this stream. I'd quite like to see that. And then we can take a trade live, because I haven't taken a live trade in, God, it must be a month now. And that was quite a crazy week. That was 3 well, four trades, 4 or 5 trades within the range, and then 3 of them, of course, were taken live on stream. But yeah, it's not looking like it really wants to go anywhere, to be honest with you. Kind of just stalling here. Yeah, I mean, the session VWAP has literally held us up all day today. I hate when that. Why does it do that? Where are we? Here. The session VWAP has literally held us up all day today. Slight deviation from it here. Move up. Okay, and then earlier today we did start to see this pullback. Deviation of it, reclaimed it, move back up. We've held this really well today. But yeah, if you've got any questions, please put them in the chat. And yeah, anything you want to look at, put them in chat. It doesn't look like we're going to get this move up, to be honest with you. I may keep it a little bit shorter today, as it is quite quiet. I mean, I say it's quite quiet. It's always quiet here. So yeah, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, and yeah, let's try push this to as many people as possible. Stock market's having a bit of a pullback here, and well, had a bit of a pullback. Now we're seeing a bit of a rise after closing that gap. To be honest with you, this is healthy. This is all very healthy. Not like I'm still bullish on the stock market. You know, this was needed, and then we understand. Okay, what's pulling the stock market up at this moment in time? Well, Nvidia is kind of what's driving the stock market up. At this moment in time, and I mean that's having a correction that needed a correction. So yeah, nothing too worrying there. But yeah, okay. If there's no questions, nothing you want to talk about, nothing you want to look at, then I will leave that there. I'll leave it a little bit shorter today. So yeah, I hope this gave you some valuable insights into kind of what I'm doing. What I'm doing at the moment, of course, remaining long, okay, $8,200 realized profit already on this long trade. Of course, I entered into the long trade at a much lower price all the way down here as well. Just compounded it. I literally just compounded it there, added to the trade, and then yeah, still got some left in that trade to see if we do continue to see a rise up. Okay, and then of course, if we do form that swing failure pattern failed auction of the range high and coming into those weekly and daily naked point of controls, right, then that's where of course I will be looking for a possible short trade. If of course the short trade presents itself to us, yeah, it would have been nice if we could get that on stream, but we haven't. So yeah, I will leave that there then. Of course, please make sure you do smash that thumbs up button on the stream. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you guys. And then of course, if you want access to the Visionary Discord, where I give every single trade away that I take, then of course, please make sure you click the first link in the description. It will take you over to which page? This page here, and you can gain access to that, of course. But if you just want the free Discord, then of course that is the second link in the description. And of course, the Discord gives you access to every trade that I take. Yeah, every trade I take, I put in there. Of course, we've got the daily market updates as well. And then, of course, the education and the Excel chart templates. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I will be back for the live streams on Monday. But, of course, for any Visionary members here, I will see you in the Discord, and I will see you in the week, what is it, week 31 preparation, because week 31 next week, this is week 30, I'm pretty sure. So the week 31 preparation. So have a lovely rest of your day, guys. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you on Monday for the next live stream. See you later. Goodbye.
Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening?